Your biggest enemy doesn't live outside. It lives right behind your teeth. Right now, someone is building a strategy to destroy you using words you already said. A single joke you thought was harmless. A late-night secret you whispered. They've been stored, replayed, sharpened, waiting for the perfect moment to be turned against you. Empires don't just fall because of power. They fall because of loose tongues. In this game, silence isn't weakness. It's armor. Over the next few minutes, I'll show you 12 psychological traps that turn your mouth into your enemy, and how the wise turn silence into their greatest weapon. Number 1. The rage revelation. Anger is the most dangerous truth you'll ever tell. It tears through your defenses, kills your filters, and turns your mouth into a spotlight aimed directly at your weakest points. When fury takes over, it's not strategy speaking anymore. It's every buried grudge, every hidden resentment, every dark thought you've locked away clawing its way to the surface. And the worst part? It never hits your enemy. It hits you. The person who provoked your rage isn't your opponent. They've just become your interrogator. In their silence, they're collecting intelligence, watching you hand over your soft spots one sentence at a time. Once someone learns your trigger, they own the detonator. They can make you talk, overreact, or self-destruct whenever they choose. Your rage isn't power. It's a remote control in someone else's hand. What destroys you isn't the explosion, it's the witnesses. A single outburst becomes their permanent record of your character. A few seconds of lost control can follow you for years. Machiavelli said, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." Command starts with yourself. Power isn't about never feeling anger. It's about never letting it speak for you. The powerful process fury in silence and strike with precision. Anger is a weapon. Control it, or it will belong to someone else. Number 2. The flattery trap. Flattery is one of the most sophisticated weapons in the power game. It doesn't crash through the door. It slips in quietly, wrapped in silk, disguised as kindness. You tell yourself you're being polite, building trust, opening doors. But the moment you use flattery to win favor, you hand over a piece of yourself. You reveal that your approval has a price, and manipulators always keep the receipt. Flattery isn't harmless. It's a leash. It turns relationships into silent transactions, where the currency isn't respect, it's obligation. The person you flatter now knows exactly what your loyalty costs. They'll store your words like IOUs and cash them in when it suits their agenda. Slowly, your independence erodes. What started as charm becomes control, and the leash tightens. The real danger isn't just how they'll use it against you. It's the story your flattery tells about you. People can feel the calculation behind the compliments. They stop seeing sincerity and start seeing strategy. You shift from being respected to being useful. And when they no longer need your sweet words, you have nothing left to offer. Power isn't built on pleasing others. It's built on precision. Praise when it's real. Mean every word. But never make it a currency. Keep your intentions sharp and your independence untouchable. I praise with purpose, not for purchase. Number 3. The victory parade. Success is the smoothest poison you'll ever taste. It doesn't hit all at once. It seeps in slowly, wraps around your ego, and convinces you that the world deserves to hear your greatness. When you're on top, the applause feels addictive. You want credit, recognition, to be seen not just as a winner, but as the mastermind behind the win. And that desire has taken down more champions than failure ever could. Because the moment you start explaining your success, you hand your enemies the blueprint to your throne. Every detail you reveal is a map, and someone somewhere is already following it, ready to outmaneuver you. What was once your edge becomes their weapon. What was once your mystery becomes their strategy. The brilliant are often the easiest to trap because genius loves an audience. They can't resist showing their hand, and just like that, they turn from untouchable winners into predictable targets. Your rivals aren't impressed. They're studying. They're not celebrating you. They're preparing to replace you, armed with your own words. Machiavelli warned that loyalty to others must never outweigh loyalty to your own survival. Telling your story may feel noble, but it educates your enemies far more than it honors your allies. True power doesn't need a spotlight. The strongest players celebrate in silence and speak only when silence would cost them more. Power thrives in shadows, not parades. The moment you explain it, you give it away. Victory doesn't shout, it whispers, and the wise never hand their enemies the playbook. Number 4, the liquid confession. Alcohol doesn't create secrets, it liberates them. Each drink lowers your defenses, cracks your filters, and loosens the grip of caution. One glass softens the edges, a few more, and you become a walking vault with the door wide open. The greatest secrets aren't extracted by force. They're poured out slowly, over drinks, to anyone smart enough to keep their mouth shut and their ears open. What others might spend years trying to uncover can be learned in one blurry night. Manipulators know this. They don't need pressure or threats, just another drink, a warm smile, a harmless question. While your guard crumbles, they're recording every word, because they remember everything while you remember nothing. What feels like innocent honesty at midnight becomes evidence by morning. A careless personal confession turns into leverage. A loose business detail becomes a weapon. One night of sloppy talk can echo for years. Machiavelli understood. Power demands control, especially when pleasure tempts you to give it up. The powerful drink with precision, or not at all. They know that in a world where everything can be replayed, every loose word can become a blade. When the stakes are high, clarity isn't optional, it's armor. Choose sobriety over softness. Choose silence over spilling. Because when the bottle opens, someone's listening. Clarity is power. Number 5, the breaking point. Pressure doesn't shape you. It strips away the mask and shows the world exactly who you are. When the clock runs down, expectations rise, and the walls start to close in, the polished version of yourself begins to crack. What comes out isn't strength. It's the raw, unguarded truth you've worked so hard to bury. And the sharpest minds know how to weaponize that. Stress doesn't just weigh on you. It makes you talk. It makes people confess the very things their enemies need to hear. Under pressure, they expose their doubts, hand over their weaknesses, and give away the blueprint to their own downfall. The most dangerous confessions don't happen in interrogation rooms. They happen on quiet nights with people you trust. You whisper your struggles, thinking you're seeking comfort. What you're really doing is handing someone a loaded weapon. Your breaking point isn't a noble moment of honesty. It's an opportunity for someone else to push harder, to gain leverage, to position themselves above you. Your stress becomes their strategy. Machiavelli understood that weakness doesn't inspire love or fear. It breeds contempt. One moment of collapse can rewrite how people see you forever. Pressure itself isn't your enemy. It's neutral. It's your reaction that decides whether it crushes you or sharpens you. Those who master their response don't break under pressure. They let others break first. Diamonds aren't born from calm. They're forged under heat. Pressure exposes. Power endures. Number 6, the sympathy extraction. Some of the most dangerous people in the world don't storm in. They softly knock. They don't threaten you. They tell stories. Their words are wrapped in pain. Their eyes shimmer with rehearsed vulnerability. They don't fight. They disarm. They make you feel like a savior, like your kindness matters. And while you're busy feeling noble, they're quietly collecting every piece of information you hand them without hesitation. Sympathy is their blade, and they wield it with precision. The sympathy trap works because it flips the script. You don't see a threat, you see someone to protect. You don't guard your secrets, you give them away in the name of compassion. You don't keep your distance, you step closer, thinking it's connection when it's actually a setup. Real vulnerability is messy, unpolished, unpredictable. But what they show you is flawless, timed, and strategic. The perfect sob story is rarely innocent. Behind it often stands a hunter, not a victim. Your empathy becomes their leverage. Every secret shared in solidarity becomes ammunition. Every soft word they draw out of you becomes a knife you handed them yourself. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. People's hunger to feel useful makes them easy to deceive. True strength isn't coldness, it's control. Power helps without exposing itself. It offers a hand, but never lowers its guard. Learn to give without bleeding, help without revealing. Because the kind of strength manipulators can't exploit is the kind that doesn't hand over the keys to its own armor. Number 7, the information exchange. Every circle you move in, boardroom, friend group, or some quiet corner online, runs on a single hidden currency: information. Secrets are traded like cash. Opinions become leverage. Every whispered confidence has value to someone. Gossip isn't harmless chatter. It's a marketplace. And most people don't even know they're playing the game, let alone losing it. The rules are simple and brutal. Information flows upward, toward power. Betrayal flows downward, crushing anyone careless enough to talk too much. The silent collectors, those who gather secrets but never spend their own, quietly build empires of influence. The talkers, the ones who can't stop giving everything away, end up empty-handed, stripped of power. Every group has its brokers, those who seem curious, trustworthy, connected. But behind the charm, they're running intelligence operations, and you're the product. Your trust is the entry fee. The real danger isn't what you say about others, it's what it reveals about you. Every secret you share is proof you can't be trusted. Every broken confidence is a broadcast of your unreliability. Every careless word is a permanent record of your character. Machiavelli understood. Idealism loses to reality every time. Gossip isn't bonding. It's war disguised as conversation. The wise don't waste time trying to fix the game. They master it. They collect more than they give. They watch while others expose themselves. Power doesn't scream. It listens. And secrets always flow to those who know when to stay silent. Number 8, the authority trap. When power comes for you unfairly, your instinct screams to fight back, to defend yourself, to explain, to prove you're right. But that instinct is a trap. Authority doesn't want your explanations. It wants your obedience. The moment you react out of pride, you walk straight into its hands. Most of these moments aren't personal vendettas. They're stress tests. They're designed to see if you can take the hit without cracking, if you can swallow criticism without flinching, if you can hold your posture when the heat rises. When you lash out, you prove exactly what they're testing for: that you're emotional, controllable, and not ready to lead. Power doesn't care about what's fair. Fairness isn't part of the game. The respect you want won't come from arguments. It's earned through performance. The understanding you crave won't come from challenging those who hold the leverage. Every defensive word digs your hole deeper. Every protest paints you as weak. The sharp no when silence is louder than any speech. Machiavelli was right. Power and morality rarely walk together. You have two options: adapt or break. The smart don't fight the structure, they bend it. They absorb the blow, stay calm, then answer with results no one can ignore. Unfair criticism can become a weapon in your hands if you know how to use it. Let others waste energy demanding justice. You build power quietly. Because in the end, noise fades. Results stay. Results prove everything. Number 9. The revenge revelation. When trust breaks and betrayal fills the air, your sharpest weapon isn't anger, it's information. You hold their secrets, their soft spots, their failures. The urge to expose them feels righteous, like justice. But revenge through revelation is a trap. It doesn't just burn them, it burns you. It's a self-inflicted wound disguised as victory. Every relationship is an exchange of intelligence. You know their weak points, but they know yours too. The moment you start turning secrets into weapons, you're not just striking an enemy, you're declaring to the world who you are. Future allies, partners, and employers are always watching how you end things. They're not looking at the drama, they're measuring your trustworthiness. Your revenge becomes their red flag. One betrayal brands you as dangerous, and credibility, once lost, is rarely rebuilt. Machiavelli understood, power is built on control, not on emotional outbursts. If revenge ever comes, it should be silent, clean, and untraceable. Strategic silence is deadlier than loud retaliation. The powerful don't waste secrets on temporary satisfaction. They keep them like loaded weapons, ready only when the stakes demand it. Once a secret is revealed, it's spent. When it's held, it's leverage. Betrayal doesn't need noise. Silence unnerves. Silence builds power. Silence protects your reputation while theirs crumbles quietly. The sharpest revenge isn't shouting. It's walking away, holding the weapon, and letting time do the work. Silence is your revenge. Number 10. The competence theater. When you feel small, your mouth tries to make you look bigger. Insecurity grabs the mic and starts performing. But performance isn't power. The louder you talk, the more you expose. What you think looks confident looks transparent to everyone else. That desperate urge to prove yourself is proof of the weakness you're trying to bury. You name drop to seem connected, over-explain to seem smart, interrupt to seem important. But none of it commands the room. It entertains it. True competence doesn't need applause. Real expertise doesn't need a monologue. Genuine confidence doesn't beg to be believed. The real danger isn't just that you look insecure. It's that you become predictable. Once people see what triggers your need to prove yourself, they can steer you like a ship without a captain. They'll pull information out of you, push you into bad moves, and weaponize your own performance. Machiavelli understood that power isn't in proving, it's in positioning. The strongest people don't shout their worth. They let their work speak. Quiet, deliberate results outlast the loudest declarations. They're not afraid of being underestimated because they know the truth reveals itself when it matters. Silence backed by substance hits harder than any performance ever could. Number 11. The promise prison. Promises are the most seductive way to destroy your own power. When pressure builds and expectations tower over your actual capacity, your mouth stops thinking and starts gambling. It offers solutions your reality can't deliver. It writes checks your future self will have to pay. Promises feel strong because they cost nothing in the moment. They buy time, calm people down, and create the illusion of control. But every promise is a quiet debt. And debts don't disappear, they compound. Promise-making is desperation in disguise. Instead of facing hard limits, people build castles out of words. They sell hope they don't own. Machiavelli warned us, hope is as unstable as mud. Anyone can promise to change, to deliver, to rise. But when the day comes and the promise collapses, it drags your reputation down with it. Broken words are receipts of unreliability. Each one chips away at trust, until there's nothing left to stand on. The strategic understand this game. They promise less than they can deliver, and then deliver more than they promised. They don't build trust with speeches. They build it with proof. Under-promise. Over-deliver. Let actions speak where words would have betrayed you. Power doesn't live in grand promises. It lives in quiet execution. It grows in evidence, not empty assurances. A promise can build an empire, or it can become the prison you built with your own mouth. Number 12. The plan parade. Oversharing isn't power, it's permission. Every time you talk too freely about your plans, your dreams, your next big move, you're not inspiring people. You're arming them. You hand them the blueprint to your ambition. You gift wrap your strategy and hope they'll applaud. But the wrong ears don't applaud. They plot. The moment your roadmap leaves your mouth, it stops belonging to you. Competitors copy it. Opportunists twist it. Saboteurs get to work before you even begin. What was once your hidden advantage becomes their weapon. And when the results don't arrive as fast as your promises, your credibility bleeds out in real time. Power doesn't come from announcing your future. It comes from revealing it only when it's undeniable. The most dangerous moves are the ones no one sees coming. The smartest operators speak in outcomes, not intentions. They let silence protect their leverage while everyone else wastes energy broadcasting theirs. Control your story by keeping your strategy close and your victories loud. Share with precision, not impulse. Speak only when it strengthens your hand. Real power doesn't need a parade. It arrives quietly and makes noise only when it's too late for anyone to stop it. Reveal results, not roadmaps. Your mouth has been betraying you long before your enemies ever could. Every conversation you've ever had carried quiet consequences. One careless sentence, one unguarded joke, one overshared thought. That's all it takes to undo years of work. Every interaction is a battlefield dressed up as small talk. Every word you speak is either a shield or a sword, a calculated move or a fatal mistake. The 12 traps we've uncovered aren't distant scenarios. They're happening right now. In break rooms, boardrooms, dinner tables, group chats, late-night whispers. The line between those who rise and those who fall isn't drawn by luck or intelligence. It's drawn by awareness. Words can crown you or condemn you. Machiavelli understood what most never do. Silence cuts deeper than speech. Winners don't just control what they say, they control what they think before they speak. Their words are chess moves, not chatter. Their silence is strategy, not weakness. In a world where everything is recorded, replayed, and weaponized, verbal discipline isn't optional. It's survival. Those who master it quietly shape the game. Those who don't become pawns in someone else's plan. History's most powerful figures weren't the loudest. They spoke when words could build and stayed silent when words could burn. They understood a single sentence can open doors or end empires. Your mouth can be your greatest asset or your deadliest liability. The choice is yours. Keep feeding your enemies with careless talk or master the art of strategic silence. Power whispers. Weakness shouts. Control your words, and you control your destiny. If this hit home, subscribe to Gaka Mindset for more lessons on power and psychological strategy. Like the video, share it, and remember, your words can build your empire or hand it to someone else. Choose wisely.